The assassin known as the Jackal finally reached his long-awaited, explosive finale. In the final moment, MI6 agent Bianca was taken out with a single, clean shot. Ever since the Jackal assassinated the world's richest man, the highly anticipated River software launch had been abruptly shelved by the board. The employer, who had funded the hit, got what they wanted and then tried to weasel out of paying the final installment. To cover their tracks, they sent another woman in white to call the handler who coordinated with the Jackal. She hinted that they knew he was hiding somewhere in Spain and asked the handler to remain in Europe for further tasks. She promised double the bonus and said a representative would contact her at the hotel. That's when the handler realized her fate was now tied to the Jackal's. Sure enough, that very night a man in a suit called her. Luckily, she was cautious. She tricked him into heading upstairs while she watched from afar and saw another man posted in the lobby. She knew instantly they were sent to kill her. Calmly, she grabbed her bag and slipped out of the hotel unnoticed. She was right. Upstairs, a hired assassin entered the room silently, only to find an empty suite and the TV still playing. He'd been played. Meanwhile, back in another part of town, the Jackal's wife was rocking their child to sleep when she got an unexpected call from a police detective. Turns out, her brother had witnessed a brutal gang murder. After cooperating with the police, he was released. Furious, she stormed into the police station, lashing out at her brother, calling him a parasite just like their father. Back at MI6, Bianca wasn't having much luck either. Though she was convinced the Jackal was behind the sniper attack in Spain, her boss had already shut down the investigation. When she pushed back, she was told to reflect on her failure. But just as she left the office, the foreign secretary paid an unexpected visit. One sly suggestion from him was enough to quietly reopen the case. Soon after, her superior pulled Bianca aside and discreetly handed her access to an untraceable fund, support for a covert mission. With her partner in tow, Bianca flew straight to Spain. There, local police informed them that the witness's sister had married a wealthy British man. They staked out the Jackal's seaside villa, suspecting he was inside. Bianca had a plan. She wouldn't leave until she had the Jackal in custody. Only he could expose the mole hiding within MI6. Inside the villa, the Jackal's wife had been in turmoil ever since that phone call. After hours of hesitation, she finally made a decision. She rushed into the hidden room, grabbed bundles of foreign cash, and began packing. She was torn. If the Jackal returned, part of her still longed to reconcile. But for her child's safety, she knew she should run. Night fell. Eventually, she got into a taxi and left. Just then, Bianca saw a car approaching. She recognized the man who stepped out. It was the Jackal. Bianca and her partner moved in fast, weapons ready, and entered the villa. Inside, the Jackal found no sign of his wife or child, but he did receive a warning call from her. Danger was near. He rushed to the hidden room and froze. Stacks of cash had been dropped in a hurry. He opened a drawer, stuffed remaining passports and bills into a bag, and grabbed every last gun and magazine. Bianca and her partner were already closing in. Suddenly, his drunken brother, yes, the same one, staggered into the living room. Hearing noise, he pulled out his gun. At that moment, the lights flicked on. Two sides met face to face. Gunfire erupted. The Jackal reacted instantly, cutting the power and slamming the hidden door shut. He waited silently, watching. Bianca burst into the study, completely unaware she was standing right next to him, separated only by a one-way mirror. Their eyes met through the glass. She had no idea the man she was hunting was inches away. The Jackal paused. He considered, should he kill her? Bianca, finding nothing, activated her smoke signal. She wanted to force the Jackal to come out and face her, but he'd hoped she'd simply walk away. She didn't. The next second, her partner took a bullet for her. Died on the spot. Bianca went berserk, firing back wildly, but still failed to locate the Jackal. She tried provoking him with words, unaware he had already slipped behind the adjacent wall.
Why do you?
Because I like to win.
So do I.
One sentence sealed her fate, because it revealed she knew his real identity. That was the last straw. The Jackal circled behind her silently, and with one final clean shot, he ended it. Bianca was gone. Then, the Jackal made a call to his wife. She tossed the phone straight into the trash for the first time ever. He panicked. The next morning, an old detective checked Bianca's phone logs. He quickly realized she had died because of secret orders from her MI6 director. As for the Jackal, he'd changed his appearance and quietly sat beside the one woman who still knew his true identity.
I know you don't like an unpaid debt.
Seems like the employer behind this hit was about to ghost him on payment too, and with that, Season 1 of The Jackal's days came to a close.